threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Back in the saddle again, brah.
Yeah, my notes aren't loaded. Start over.
Now it's too late. This is it.
Start over.
We're here. Cameron back in the studio.
Yeah.
All better, sorta.
Sorta.
But he's here, right?
Yeah.
We're excited.
Kind of got my butt kicked a little bit.
Yeah. But you're back. You're back at
But I'm
it.
100% healthy.
Yeah.
I'm immune from all kinds of diseases now,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Say goodbye to chlamydia.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen. Mindless Banter 76, I believe.
Is that what it is?
I believe so. 76 episodes of Mindless Banter. That's insane.
Man.
You ask me. What are we talking
It's
about?
100 millionth and one.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember?
That's right. Last one was $1 million.
Well, we're going to talk about DARPA.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I hadn't really known much about it. I'd heard the name, but I never really looked much into the details. But pretty much the whole reason we're here today is because of DARPA.
Exactly.
The reason you can hear our voices in your car or your motorcycle is because of DARPA.
Motorcycle. Yeah.
Your
exactly.
enclosed battery operated motorcycle. It's all DARPA.
I love when you drive by a motorcycle and they got the music blaring as loud as they can. It's like,
air conditioner. You're just like, what are you doing?
get a car.
Take the windshield down. You get the air conditioner.
Exactly.
Put a helmet on.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But, it goes without saying that prepping requires forethought with regard to food and water and power and protection and technology and all kinds of other things. Self-reliant medical care is absolutely no exception.
You're right.
The Prepper's Medical Handbook by noted wilderness medicine expert and survivalist William W. Forgy, M.D., smarty guy, provides the basis of prevention, identification, and long-term management of survivable medical conditions. The non-survivable doesn't have those in there.
Nah, don't worry about those.
You're probably going to die.
Yeah.
But it tells you what to do and when to return to the grid and what to do when you can't.
Yep.
So this organized book has all the details you need to stay alive out in the wilderness. It's easy to read. It's like super concise. You just find what you want to do, and you're going to stay alive with it.
Beautiful.
You go get it at preppersmedicalhandbook.com, or you can go to amazon.com and help Bezos go to space. Again.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you,
Yeah,
Cameron.
it is a great book. Seriously, though. I refer to it often.
Yes.
Because it has some pretty smart details of just like building your medical kit.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's
go
rad.
get it.
So DARPA, Cameron.
DARPA.
DARPA and Greg.
Yeah. So by raise of hands, who's heard of DARPA?
Yeah, what is it? Tell me about it. Like I don't even know.
Well, let's talk about what the acronym is.
Oh, I thought that was just a cool name.
It is a cool name.
Yeah, but it is
probably
an
somewhere
acronym.
in Utah, someone's named DARPA.
Oh, look at DARPA,
DARPA
June.
Harrington.
Harrington. I went with a girl's name.
DARPA June.
DARPA.
Hensley
Darla.
DARPA June.
Darla from Rascals.
Darlaw.
Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
Gosh,
I wish I worked for them.
Yeah.
Is a research and development agency of the United States Department of Defense, responsible for the development of emerging technologies for the use by the military.
Yeah,
but
so-
not necessarily always.
Yeah, but their
it is
main
kind of-
function is to like funnel cool technologies
Yeah.
to
It's
the
like
military.
the Tony Stark
Yeah,
of,
sure.
he just builds all the stuff for the military.
Mm-hmm.
Originally known as the Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA.
ARPA. See,
Didn't
that's
sound
so weird, dude.
quite as cool.
Yeah.
I wonder why they did change it, because
know.
it says down here that it was previously ARPA, then to DARPA in March 72, changing back to ARPA in February 93, then reverted to DARPA in March 96. I don't know if they felt like if it didn't have defense in there, they thought it was too offensive,
I don't know.
Sounds too aggressive. Put defense in there and everybody feels like it's okay.
ARPA, no DARPA. Want the D or not?
Everybody wants a good defense.
You want a D? Take the D. Take off the D.
You want some of my D? So anyways, originally known as ARPA, agency was created on February 7th, 58 by President Dwight D. Eisenhower.
How do we get?
In response to the Soviets launching of Sputnik one in 57.
So
they're
that,
like, we're gonna
that's
make
interesting.
We're gonna make some cooler stuff.
Yeah.
By collaborating with academia, industry, government partners, DARPA formulates and executes research and development projects to expand the frontiers of technology and science, often beyond immediate U.S. military requirements. So they just keep on going.
Yeah, they do some crazy stuff, as you will find out.
Yeah. So The Economist has called DARPA the agency that shaped the modern world.
It's not really wrong.
It's not far from that. Well, it basically is that, yeah.
It is that, yeah.
So DARPA is independent of other military research and development and reports directly to Senior Department of Defense Management. The name of the organization first changed. Oh, yeah, that was that part of DARPA. Mm-hmm. Part of what makes DARPA so successful is that it's exempt from laws that stifle most government agencies.
Don't you love it when there's a government agency that is
getting in your way?
Yeah. It's so weird, man.
Which is, like, it's true. Like, there's some things that just need to overreach.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also opens the door for conspiracy.
Yes.
Specifically, DARPA isn't subject to Title V of the Federal Acquisition Streamlining Act of 94, which
I hate that
sets
thing.
up all sorts of red tape for hiring and managing personnel. So they can hire whoever the hell they want.
Ah.
That's good.
Cool.
If you want to go get German ex-Nazi that done a bunch of experiments, go ahead.
No, that's the NASA that gets that.
NASA. As a result, DARPA has a largely unrestricted $3.2 billion pot of money to use.
How many Shiba Inu is that?
Man,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
trillions.
I don't even think the number would go that high.
No.
It's basically like a venture capital firm doing it out of high risk, high reward, it to high risk, high reward projects, expecting a minority of them to produce amazing results. Just throw a bunch of money at it.
That's
see
exactly
what happens.
what they do.
I mean, this is kind of similar to like what Tesla, is doing with the SpaceX and everything. It's like they have big old capital firm, and it's just kind of cool. And I think a lot of technology would have never come about if it was done any other way. So. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about some of the cool projects they've done.
So these are the ones that you probably know about, or some of these you may not know about, but these are the things that have come from DARPA that we all use today, a lot of it. The number one thing is the internet.
What's that?
Did you know? It wasn't Al Gore. He claims it was him. But basically, the internet came from this thing called ARPANET that DARPA built back in the 1960s. So the idea was to make a self-healing communications network that still worked when parts of it were destroyed.
Well,
right? The internet's. This was ARPANET. It was the first network to transmit.
Like self-healing, but I see what you mean.
It doesn't actually heal. Yeah. It just doesn't all go offline.
I can tell you one thing, the internet does not heal.
No, it does not. It does not. It was the first network to transmit data in discrete chunks, not constant streams, and led to the development of the TCP/IP specification still in use today. Yeah, exactly. But the internet came from DARPA, basically.
That's insane.
Isn't that nuts? So really,
never knew that.
It runs our whole world.
Wow.
DARPA, basically now.
We don't know who they're hiring.
No, we have no idea. And how about GPS? Do you know what GPS stands for? Global Positioning System. Long before the current Navstar GPS satellites were launched, came a constellation of just 5 DARPA satellites called Transit.
Oh my gosh.
First operational in 1960, they gave U.S. Navy ships hourly location fixes as accurate as 200 meters. So
in the 60s?
In the 60s.
Wow.
I did not know this.
I didn't know that
I
either.
Now know this because I read it. But GPS.
And now you all know that.
Now you all know it as well. So internet, GPS. 2 things that go together well, but you use them all the time.
Yeah.
Every day, right? Crazy.
Thank goodness for DARPA.
I know. Speech translation. Although not yet available. So some of this stuff might be available now. So some of these articles were a little old, so some of this might be slightly outdated, some of this information. It's hard to find the very latest.
There's like no way to keep up with it. They've got so much going on.
Exactly. So
they got so much going for them.
Yeah, they got great. It's all that money.
Yeah.
Speech translation. Although not yet available to consumers, handheld language translation devices developed with DARPA funding are already being used in Iraq. So you can kind of see this might be a little bit older. But although accuracy can be as low as 50%, the devices have met with favorable reviews from forces on the ground. So speech translation software, DARPA.
Wow.
And it's being used. Google's using it. Who else is using it? Apple's using it. There's a lot of people using it. So that's kind of cool.
It doesn't work worth a damn, but...
No, it doesn't. But it works-ish.
Honey, I'll be home. Going to the
that.
grocery store.
I hate you. Let's get divorced. No! That's not what I said.
It's like completely opposite. Well, never mind.
Let's not do that. The other thing that they've made is stealth planes. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Those are stealthy. You can't see them.
No.
You don't know?
There's one outside right now?
Yeah, it's probably the best example of DARPA fulfilling its remit to come up with surprise technologies. Even the U.S. Air Force was surprised by the idea. The first prototype, Have Blue, was tested.
DARPA come up with that?
Yeah. What the hell?
Who's DARPA?
Well, that's interesting. Are you talking about ARPA?
That's probably what's happening.
Hell, I can't keep them straight. Have Blue was tested in the late 1970s and became the precursor to the F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got sweaty on that one, too.
Getting kind of hot in here, ain't it?
Beautiful name.
Yeah, but stealth planes is another thing that came from DARPA, which makes 100% sense. Right? That's what I would think they would be doing, cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How about gallium arsenide?
Uh-huh.
I got some in my pocket right now.
I've been wondering who made that.
That one's been on my thinker for a while. Who is this?
Who makes this?
Is this made in DARPA?
Is that in shampoo? What is
Yeah. In that, yep, shampoo. One of DARPA's lesser known accomplishments, semiconductor gallium arsenide, received a push from a $600 million computer research program in the mid-1980s. Although more costly than silicon, the material has become central to wireless communications chips and everything from cell phones to satellites, thanks to its high electron mobility, which lets it work at a higher frequency. So
it's still in use, but silicon's cheaper?
Yes.
So you got both in your phone?
Yeah, probably.
Something.
I don't know. But gallium arsenide, if you didn't know, now you know. From DARPA.
Check out gallium arsenide, isn't it?
Yeah. Do I detect a hint of gallium arsenide?
Gallium arsenide getting old. I can't get a good reception.
No, that's cumin. Okay. How about Big Dog? You heard of Big Dog before?
Yeah.
Not
Is that a
Clifford.
big
Not
beer
Clifford.
can?
No, Big Dog. Even if you don't know its name, you've almost certainly seen the videos of Big Dog, the quadruped robot created by Boston Dynamics.
Oh, yeah.
You know that creepy freaking thing that just haunts your dreams.
It just hops around.
Yeah, it scares me. I don't know. All of those freaking Boston Dynamic robots creep me the hell out.
They creep me out too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
So DARPA was behind those?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Though throughout its history, DARPA has funded private enterprises to research technologies with potential military applications. Artillery. And thus, unsettling headless creature is one such effort.
They are freaky, though.
Dude.
And the thing is, the people testing them are beating the hell out of them, pushing them over, shocking them. They're let's see what it'll do.
Some of those videos are actually over, they're comedy videos.
What's the one? Corridor Digital. They do one that looks pretty funny. But they do they push them over, see if they can get back.
For
up.
sure, yes,
they
do
pissed
that.
Off.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people that complained about those, being mean to AI.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Seriously, there was.
I
think the ACLU is going to be filing a lawsuit, most likely. Big Dog was designed to carry heavy loads for military ground units traveling on foot, and its four-legged build gave it stability, enabling it to navigate uneven terrain more easily. So it was going to carry
This makes sense because some of their old, some of the stuff I was going to talk about, the failed projects.
Yes.
That they were working on that way back.
Yes, for a long time, yeah. Obviously, it worked pretty well. It just had one terminal flaw. It was too loud when it moved around. Apparently, it made a lot of noise. Shut up. There's a Taliban. Be quiet.
Can we get some more ammo in here?
Ammo. It's like,
support, man. Ammo.
You're welcome, Mr. Military Boy.
Siri.
I know
No.
Would you like me to text your wife? No. I need some ammo.
That's so funny. They're like, oh, it's loud.
Yeah. So they aren't using it in the military anymore. So, too bad.
Now
how about this one?
Wanders around in some lab.
Yeah, now it's...
Give me a pop.
Yep. Bring me over a Fresca. Bring it on over. So if you thought the headless dog was a little weird, the research DARPA has done into insect sentinels is even weirder.
Okay.
In 2006, the organization announced it was looking for researchers who would help it find a way to implant technology into an insect's body while it's in its poopa. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing that's the early stages of being an insect.
I thought you were saying that they were inserting into their pooper.
While it's in its poopa.
Oh, the
is that how you say
stage
it?
of
Pupa.
pupa?
Pupa?
Yeah, I think it's pupa, isn't it?
I'm saying poopa.
I like pupa.
Poopa's a lot funner to say. Thus turning it into a cyborg.
That's crazy.
I know. that noise. Successful entrants had to deliver the insect within 5 meters of a target.
Wow.
Using either remote control or GPS.
Cue drone birds.
I know. And the results are predictably horrifying and somewhat impractical. While it's unclear if DARPA ever learned anything useful from the initiative,
of course it would say that.
I know.
I don't know.
And indeed, one researcher told New Scientist he didn't think cyborg insects would ever become fully fledged surveillance instruments, as it's possible to create a power pack. It's impossible to create a power pack that will run the electronics for a long enough time without also being too heavy for the insect to move while wearing it. So
is that a June bug? It's the big D battery.
It's just barely moving.
I don't think that's a real June bug.
That June bug's got a growth on its back. Duracell. That's weird.
He's carrying the battery.
He's resourceful.
Must be like a big battery pack somewhere. That's funny.
I know.
Can't carry a big battery.
I know. Some 13 years later, another call was put out involving insects, this time with the intention of creating conscious robots by mapping the creature's brains.
Ooh.
That's weird.
You've overstepped your boundaries,
Yeah, you've gone
DARPA.
too far, DARPA. In January 2019, the agency published a brief for artificial intelligence exploration proposals involving insects, explaining that their brains could solve the problem of how much energy and time it takes to train increasingly complex AI systems.
How do you figure that out?
Carefully, with a lot of money. It also touched on the fact these animals have subjective experiences and that researching this particular aspect of the insect's brains could lead to capability of interference, prediction, generalization, and abstraction of problems in systematic or entirely new ways in order to find solutions to compelling problems. So,
wow, that
bunch
doesn't
of
make
weird
any
shit
sense.
with insects. All right? That's all I'm saying.
I'm hoping those praying mantises figure out the election.
They're going to figure it out. Anyways, the next one is graphical user interface. You ever heard of that?
GUI?
GUI? That's how they say it.
Yeah.
So it's basically your computer screen with the mouse.
That's cool.
DARPA figured it out.
I thought Apple figured that out.
No. DARPA. Moving away from DARPA's creepier creations and investigations is also behind something we're all familiar with, the graphical user interface, or GUI and mouse. This technology is almost certainly much older than most people realize, having been created by Douglas Engelbart in the 1960s. Such a good
Why is his last name made me laugh?
I know.
Like it sounds strong and then it ends terrible.
I know. Engelbart. Who gave the first public demo of this technology in 1968.
Somebody listening is like,
That's my name. That's my family.
I'm Engelbart.
My grandpa's Dougie Engelbart. Great man. Got the GUI. Made the GUI. It's rather...
I've never heard it said that way.
No, I haven't either. It was rather more basic than we think of as a computer interface now, but it laid the foundations for the desktop metaphor we use on our computers today and the swipeable interface on smart devices.
Wow.
DARPA and Engelbart made a GUI. Okay?
Put those two together.
Yeah.
GUI.
GUI. How about onion routing?
Yeah. What is that?
See, this is actually something I didn't know.
You mean rooting?
Yeah.
Onion rooting.
Maybe it's rooting.
No, routing, yeah.
Even if you've never used the Tor browser, you know Tor.
Oh, yeah, I know
right?
Tor.
So this is actually what this means. You've probably heard of it, often in the context of cybercrime. But the technology behind Tor, which stands for the onion routing.
What? No
yes,
way.
came from DARPA.
Wow.
I did not know this.
We talked about Tor browser
Yeah.
and stuff and never knew it was onion routing.
Yeah, I ain't neither. Research into onion routing, so named because every message sent is wrapped in layers of encryption.
Oh,
Just like an onion.
Man.
Get it?
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, it began in the mid-'90s at the U.S. Office of Naval Research.
Honor.
Yes, with the objective of finding a way to secure U.S. intelligence communications online. Then in 97, it attracted funding from DARPA, specifically focused on the robustness aspects of onion routing. It's a horrible name, though.
It is.
Like,
it is.
can't you find something else with layers to name it after instead of an onion?
Yeah,
So-
like 7-layer dip.
Oh, dude, I love 7
I know
layer
you
dip.
do.
I don't care what anyone says. It's great. Even if it's 5 layers, I'm good.
Just one single layer.
Yeah. It's just the guacamole. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so onion routing. That's the thing they came up with. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
How about the human universal load carrier? Yeah.
Okay. What
Can-
is that?
Can you carry this load? See if you can carry this whole thing.
Come on.
Come- Come on. You're dying over
Human
there.
Universal load carrier.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's an exoskeleton intended to help soldiers carry a load of up
Oh,
to 90
yeah.
kilograms at a speed of 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
I love how they go 90 kilograms and then 10 miles an hour.
I know.
Why do you switch? I don't get it. Shortened to Hulk. Pronounced
Oh,
Hulk,
yeah.
obviously. The invention
I know
debuted.
Russia's like putting a lot into this.
Are they?
Guess what?
What?
DARPA's already worked on it.
Already been on this. It was licensed by Lockheed Martin in 2009.
Oh, wow.
Kind of cool. Unfortunately, however, the project has been deemed a failure. While it works technically, it is found to restrict the wearer's movements in some cases and actually increase the strain on muscles. So it did the opposite of what we hoped it would do, basically.
It's helping, but it hurts.
It's helping, but it's not doing what it should. It's just the opposite, actually. Lockheed Martin, which was Hulk's primary developer, is looking at other applications, such as using it as the basis of a wearable sensor array for soldiers for medical or industrial applications in the civilian sphere.
I want it for medical.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at
blood
that
pressure.
hemorrhoid.
We gonna lance that boy, boy.
I could see how it'd be used, like, because I've been in on surgeries when you're like scrubbed in and helping. Like, you get all tired of reaching
Yeah.
over. I'm sure they'd be like,
Yeah.
lock themselves into
Lock
place.
themselves
And
into
that
place.
feels pretty good.
That feels nice.
Let me get that hysterectomy.
Turn on that vibrator on the back, right on my lower back, right in the wolf patch. Get her done.
Nurse crank it to 10. My hands are shaking too much.
This plastic surgery ain't going well. You're gonna look worse.
Whoa, that's zigzag. Didn't mean to do that.
That's the Charlie Brown pattern.
Chevron. It looks pretty good.
That ought to work.
She'll like it.
Yeah. She'll like it.
She'll dig it. She has to.
I think we just invented something.
I think you did too.
How about Siri?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Failed technology.
Are you serious? Yeah, Apple's digital virtual assistant started life as a DARPA project in the early 2000s, known as CALO,
I like that better.
ostensibly an acronym for Cognitive Assistant That Learns and Organizes.
Never mind.
It was great before you heard what it stood for. But also a nod to the Latin word for a soldier servant.
Oh, you can't have that.
Can't say servant. Can't say soldier. Can't say words. The name is no accident, as the research. Don't touch my feet. As the research that spawned it originally focused on providing better technology to soldiers in the field via technology that could learn from experience, take instructions, explain what it's doing, and reflect on the experience it just had. They're just talking about a person. What if we could have something out there that could listen to me, could talk to me, could remember stuff, and could do things? I mean, we're talking about a soldier, bro.
Yeah.
That's just another soldier.
Is there some kind of thing we could build or maybe talk to that does this kind of thing? Sir, we've enlisted like thousands.
We have several million of those on payroll. I don't know what else you want.
Oh, that's true.
No, but look, we can talk to it.
Yeah.
It can remember things.
And I can call on it.
Yeah. It can listen to my feelings. It has its own emotions, maybe. I don't know.
Sure, whatever. We'll get
Sure,
something.
whatever.
We'll make something.
All right, we'll get you a couple over this afternoon. Anyways, this one,
Oh my gosh.
HAARP. Oh my gosh. High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
Oh, yeah.
We know all about this.
That was one of my favorites. I liked that
It
one.
was a great one. It's a scientific research station and magnet for conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Located in Gacona, Alaska.
Yeah.
This joint project between the U.S. Air Force, U.S. Navy, DARPA, University of Alaska Fairbanks investigates the very highest layers of the Earth's atmosphere, the ionosphere. Okay. Okay.
Let me be honest fair about it.
That's a little ironic sphere. Ionosphere. I don't know. Work.
Almost.
Oh, really close. Work began on HAARP back in '93. Although the current facility dates from 2007, it uses high-frequency radio waves directed at the ionosphere to glean insights both about the layer itself, but also the effects it has on radio communications, on how to mitigate them.
Yep. And people's brains.
And then to control people with waves of frequencies and whatnot.
Yep.
It also looked into other atmospheric events, though, like the creation of plasma trails by lightning.
Oh, yeah.
One of those things. The military withdrew from the project and the facility was shut down in 2014. While the original plan was to dismantle it, it was handed over to the University of Alaska Fairbanks completely, which now allows researchers to use it on a pay-per-use basis. I wonder how much it costs, because we
I
should
don't
go
know. I would love.
get a date.
Yeah.
Just go up there.
Can I rent an hour?
We want an
Go
hour.
check it out.
Just start hitting buttons.
Broadcast the podcast straight out of HAARP.
Broadcast podcast right in the heart. The heart of HAARP. You know?
You don't even have to listen. It's just going to be in your brain. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm getting.
New episode.
I'm
Coming.
going to go get Battle Box.
Use code casual preppers everywhere.
What are you saying? I don't know.
I feel weird.
Frequency.
I gotta go pee.
Frequency. That's the
Frequency?
I said frequency. That's a new.
Yeah.
That's a new level.
That's
of
the one that
frequency.
Frank came up with.
Frank.
I call it the frequency.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, one more for
Oh
you.
man, I wonder though how much paper use and why
What?
the paper use.
Oh yeah, I thought you like.
What are you talking
I thought you
about?
meant paper, like paper use. What are you talking about?
Man,
How much
I
they
wonder
write
how
on
much
paper?
paper's being used up
Yeah,
there.
all them trees just going waste. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I wonder what the price tag is.
Oh, that's weird.
Might be worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
set up a
High limit credit card, just go up and do it.
bunch, rent it, get a bunch
Yeah.
of bounce houses. Just have fun. It's worth it.
It's totally worth it.
Book thousands of probably $1 million a day.
Get some paintballs up there, do a paintball course.
Just ruin the whole thing. Sorry, left a mess.
You didn't put limitations in the contract.
Yeah.
We did what we did.
Nobody knows what's here anyway.
We're proud of it. You ever heard of the Sea Shadow?
Oh, sounds cool.
In the 1980s, DARPA, the U.S. Navy, and military hardware manufacturer Lockheed came together to develop an experimental stealth boat.
Is this number 9 on
Yeah.
some YouTube channel?
I know,
of
that's
like,
what it feels like, huh?
number 9.
Number 9.
Sea
DARPA was no
Shadow.
stranger to creating stealth vehicles, having funded the creation of several stealth
Oh,
planes,
it's-
such as the B-2 Spirit Bomber.
My kids get so sucked into those.
Yeah.
And like it's like pulling pictures just randomly
Just-
out of the
yeah, it's
internet
just
of
random
like different
stuff.
things happening.
This is a boat. This one's
Yeah.
a shadow.
None of it
this
goes
one is the
along
sea.
with yep. Oh. Well, sea shadows. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, anyways, the result of the project was the Sea Shadow, the IX-529. If you're wanting to be more specific, a twin-hulled ship that was described by Mercury News as looking like Darth Vader's personal yacht.
Oh, I want to see it now. Was there a picture?
I don't know.
Sea shadow. I'm looking it up.
Find it on YouTube.
I'm gonna do it.
It could hold a crew of 12.
I gotta listen to 14 different things.
This
Hold
is the
on.
best. It could hold a crew of 12 plus a microwave fridge and a small table. Okay?
That's all we need.
And it was seaworthy, even in very rough seas.
Okay.
While the official reports were hard to come by, it seems it was able to avoid radar.
I've seen pictures of that.
Oh, that does look like Darth
I think
Vader.
they make one similar to it now.
How is it floating on those ends like that?
Go super fast.
That's cool.
Underneath is a regular boat.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just
sitting
cardboard.
sitting on a platform.
That's just
it doesn't go
cardboard.
anywhere.
No. But it was only ever an experiment, and as such, the Sea Shadow had probably the most ignoble end of all the inventions on our list. However, U.S. Navy originally tried to sell it to the highest bidder in 2006, only there were no bidders. They're going to say, screw you, I don't want it.
We don't want this piece of trash.
Well, get this Sea Shadow out of my face.
Let's go build Sea Shadow.
Let's go build. Did you take picture like I asked? Okay, let's go.
And we've looked it over. I don't think I'm very interested.
Yeah, it looks like piece of shit. We go now. Waste of my time.
Piece of garbage. Hey, let's go build.
We're gonna call it the Vladimir Shadow.
Yeah, the very good.
Very good. Let's go get some vodka.
Red Shadow.
The Shadow of Stalin, maybe. The Red Shadow. Oh, the
Yeah,
Iron Shadow.
very good.
So many choices.
Let's get out of here.
We got the name. We just got to build.
Yeah, we're
this
not
thing.
interested. Bye.
We got a lot of work to do. See you later.
This is the wrong convention. Goodbye.
We thought we were looking at the Air Shadow, the Sea Shadow. Wrong place, wrong time.
Interesting.
Ultimately, the decision was taken to sell it for scrap instead, and it was eventually purchased and dismantled in 2012.
Why did they dismantle it?
I don't know. It's stupid.
They should have made it into a restaurant at least. Got one fridge.
Put a wingers in there, you idiots.
Seriously.
Come on.
Subway.
Yeah. Put a Subway everywhere else.
Yeah, that's great.
Cam, I want you to imagine this in your brain box.
Okay,
all right?
okay.
The grid's down. Your hometown was just devastated by a natural disaster. Or you stopped to help a car that broke down on the side of the road. You getting these in your head?
I got it.
Would you have what you need to deliver a baby?
I would now.
You would now. The combat midwife.
No,
Normally you don't. The combat midwife developed the perfect kit to add to your preps. The official combat midwife birth kit, brought to you by Medical Gear Outfitters, will give you peace of mind in a chaotic world. All right? Our new world consists of COVID, quarantines, and overrun hospitals. Babies are
Pregnancies.
Babies are unpredictable about when they decide to join us in this crazy world. A birth kit is just what you need to be prepared for any labor and delivery emergency. You know, the movies lied to you. They're a bunch of liars in Hollywood. You need more than a newspaper and a shoestring to deliver a baby. I don't even know what you do with the shoestring in the birth process.
Come along. You just tie it around there.
Come along.
Pull them out.
Exactly.
I think I got a loop around his neck.
Yeah. You
Keep on.
You got to get the feet. Come on. You want to come
Wrap
out?
this around the axle. It's going to pull right out.
Hook that up to the forward and we'll pull her out. She's breech.
Get this around the lug nut. Turn the car on. And pull along.
Go grab your side by side. We're going to fix this problem.
Yes.
Hook that to the Trump flag. We're going.
That's what I was going to say. That's pretty durable. I bought that yesterday.
There's some good PVC on that sucker. Anyways, the combat midwife birth kit is just, I wonder if it comes with a Trump flag. Did it come with a Trump flag?
No, it didn't.
Combat midwife birth kit is what you need to care for the lady you love in any SHTF birth situation. This kit is user-friendly. All these items included are exactly what the combat midwife takes to every birth. And now you have access to them too. You will never be caught unprepared again.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't want to get caught unprepared when there's a baby coming into this world. Buy this kit and all your family's medical gear needs at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Learn more about the combat midwife and how to use this kit at combatmidwife.com.
Yeah.
Use
They
our
have
code.
other great medical kits there.
Yeah, use our code Casual Preppers. You're going to get 10% off everything.
And a baby.
And you're going to get a free baby. I can't guarantee it's sex, nor it's race or religion.
Doesn't matter
Doesn't
anymore.
matter. You just get what you get.
Yeah.
All right?
Make it whatever you want. That's
kinda
what
like
everybody else is doing.
Those penny sack grab bags you used to get at the Texaco. You know, you don't know what's coming in there.
Okay.
Did you ever have those at the like mystery bags? I used to get those all the time.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you think of all the things that are being, like, the production of condoms going to drop off. You're going to have babies everywhere.
Yeah, I know, man.
You need to know how to deliver one.
You gotta.
So, DARPA's also had some failures.
Have they?
Yeah.
I thought it was all just sunshines and lollipops.
Everything always worked out for them. No, it didn't. Let's talk about some of these failed projects.
All right.
That they invested who knows how much of your money or whose money into. The number one, not Onion, but Orion.
Ooh.
The Orion, set in motion shortly after DARPA was created, or ARPA, Project Orion aimed to drive an interplanetary spacecraft by periodically dropping nuclear bombs out its butt.
What?
So basically, it was going to project itself through space by detonating
Nukes.
bombs. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know. It's not a bad idea.
No. Did you ever see, well, you probably, the new Star Trek when they like drop their little fusion
I don't remember.
ammo into the, it's all,
Oh.
it propels them forward.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Makes sense.
DARPA did that way back.
Way back in the
But
day.
anyways, with the partial test ban treaty, it ended that project.
Yeah, that
in the
kind of makes
60s.
sense. Yeah.
Well, we can't use 50 nukes to get to Pluto. Screw it.
Pluto
So
ain't even
anyways,
a planet no more.
It was a good idea, but a dirty idea.
Didn't work.
So they canceled it. This one's interesting. The
Okay.
hafnium bombs, they were half the size.
Why don't we get the fulnium bomb?
Yeah. Yep. So DARPA spent $30 million to build a hafnium bomb.
Gosh.
A weapon that never existed and probably never will.
I could have done it for 15.
Right.
Half that price.
I could have tried for
Yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah, give me a year and 15 million. I'm going to give her a shot.
Yep. Its would-be creator, Carl Collins, was a physics professor from Texas who in 99 claimed he had used a dental x-ray machine to release energy from a trace of the isomer of hafnium-178.
Okay, that makes sense.
An isomer is a long-lived excited state of an atom's nucleus that decays by emission of gamma rays. In theory, isomers might store millions of times more triggerable energy than the contained chemical high explosive. So
this physics professor went to the dentist
yeah,
and got some hafnium and said, look what I can do.
yeah.
Okay.
He got an X-ray.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, that X-ray is going to basically make hafnium way more
Right.
potent. Anyways, he claimed that he had unlocked the secret that the hafnium bomb the size of a hand grenade could have the force of a small tactical nuclear weapon.
Cool.
Which would be so good for everybody.
Oh, it'd
to
be
have.
great, yeah.
So, from the perspective of defense officials, because the triggering of an electromagnetic phenomenon, not nuclear fission, a hafnium bomb would not release radiation and might not be covered by nuclear treaties.
Ooh, hey.
Now, work around.
We found a wormhole we can get in here, boy.
Yeah. So you basically toss this nuclear-powered, well, basically this atom bomb.
Electromagnetic power.
Yeah. It was more of like a really strong EMP type of
Sure.
grenade. That would be amazing.
Sure.
But at the same time, you don't want all your soldiers tossing a couple of those at enemy. Anyways, just one small problem. No one else was able to reproduce the results of Collins' experiments, including a team of physicists from the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory.
Lawrence Livermore.
The LLNL.
We are from the House of Livermore.
In collaboration with scientists at the Los Alamos in Argonne National Labs. And a report published by the Institute of Defense Analyses, a federally funded research arm of the Pentagon, concluded Collins' work was flawed and should not have passed peer review.
He doesn't know what he's talking
So
about.
is this after they threw $30 million at it?
Uh-huh.
It's usually the government's way of doing things.
Never mind.
Anyways, the story should have ended there, but according to a 2004 investigative report in Washington Post, Martin Strictly arrived at DARPA as a
Martin
program
Stickley.
manager. Oh, Stickley, yeah.
Stickley.
Get it? I don't get that right. Don't forget that name.
Yep.
Well, shh. Just knock my computer
You just
off.
freaking knocked it off the table.
Yeah, there we go.
That was awesome. Been a while since you done this, huh?
I'm using an iPad in years. Yeah, so he was basically hired by DARPA, and he's like, guess what? I can make the hafnium bomb too. And
Stickley gonna stick it.
could be loaded in artillery shells, he said, according to the copy of the briefing slides, or they could be used in the Pentagon's missile defense system to knock out incoming ballistic missiles out of the air.
Cool.
He encapsulated his vision of the program in a startling PowerPoint slide.
Oh, that's always
Yep.
the way to do it.
Mm,
Next
oh,
side, please.
Yep. A small hafnium hand grenade with a pull-out ring and caption that read, miniature bomb. Explosive yield, 2 kilotons.
Ooh.
Size, 5-inch diameter.
Wow.
My diameter,
2
7
inches.
That would be an explosion about 1/7 the power of the bomb that obliterated Hiroshima.
Wow.
So anyways, long story short, they couldn't reproduce it, even though this guy was like, I got another idea. Look at my PowerPoints. They said, no, it can't happen. So that's cool.
Okay.
The mechanical elephant
Okay.
This kind of goes along with what you're talking about, those transporting robots,
Yes.
the weird headless dogs.
Sure.
Anyways, they worked on something similar to this in 1966. They were like, Vietnam sucks, can't travel through here. It's hard to transport goods.
Yeah.
What could go across the terrain, has, a good clearance? Why don't we make a freaking elephant?
That's a good idea.
So they were working on something called, I think that was all they called it.
Narrow
Mechanical.
trail vehicle.
That's what it moved to.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, yeah, so the research concluded that the priority should be given to an R&D program for a narrow trail vehicle that is capable of transporting personnel and cargo in the mountains terrain along narrow-winded jungles.
Are they talking about a motorcycle?
Basically, yeah.
I got an idea.
I know.
2 wheels, motor.
Imagine
Seat.
this. Imagine this.
Check out this PowerPoint.
No legs, no trunk. It just has 2, maybe 4 wheels.
Next slide,
A
please.
trunk, yeah. But anyways, DARPA's most infamous endeavors was this thing, is the mechanical elephant. But when the then DARPA director, Ebhard Rechten,
No way.
Rechten, I think it's Rechten,
Wow.
found out about the project, he immediately terminated it, calling it damn fool idea. That would destroy DARPA's credibility if Congress ever found out.
Whatever.
Never happened.
Come on. You never try anything.
Right. We've talked about this before, telepathic spies.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
DARPA invested millions into telepathy and psychokinetics. And we talked about during the Cold War how much Russia was pushing, trying to learn. Anyway, there's kind of a cool little dynamic on this about how the United States actually had focused more on I don't know if you remember, like Russia focused more on like biology and organics, whereas the United States was doing it more like sex clubs and
Operation Midnight Climax.
yeah. Anyways, but it never did prove to be successful, or did it?
Did it?
Did it not?
Let me tell you.
Yeah. That was one that failed. Future Map. This one sounds like a cool app. Several DARPA projects have focused on developing ways to anticipate future events.
What? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
The project, dubbed Future Markets Applied to Prediction, or Future Map,
Oh, hell.
intended to launch
Could they not come up with a better name?
I know. Seriously. Intended to launch a public website that would encourage anonymous speculators to bet on the likelihood of terrorist
Oh, my
attacks,
gosh.
assassination, and coups in the Middle East.
Oh, my gosh.
2 angry senators disclosed the project in 2003, hoping to head off the registration of investors. So, it doesn't matter who cares about those senators. Spending tax dollars to create terrorism betting patrons is as wasteful as it is repugnant. Winden and Dorgan said in the letter of the Pentagon, the American people want the federal government to use its resources enhancing our security, not gambling on it. Initially, the Pentagon defended the project, releasing a statement that read, research indicates that markets are extremely efficient, effective, and timely aggregators of dispersed and even hidden information. I thought this was interesting. Future markets have proven themselves to be good at predicting such things as election results, and they often are often better than expert opinions. DARPA has undertaken this research as part of its effort to investigate the broadcast possible set of new ways to prevent terrorist attacks, and will continue to reevaluate the technical promise of the program before committing additional funds beyond the fiscal year. Anyways, Future Map. People are going to go on and be like, I bet there's
That's cool, though, actually.
It just uses the general population rather than like these experts. And it does have, I think it has, it makes some sense. But anyways,
it's kind of like a future predicting
exactly
algorithm thing they were trying to build.
The program hoped to use a kind of terrorism future market to predict key developments and even attacks. It was thought market valuations of possible future events could reflect the probability of their occurring. However, Future Map was scrapped after it was considered ridiculous and grotesque by U.S. politicians.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Let's go on to another one that's very similar, the TIA. And I don't mean trans-ischemic attack in your brain.
Okay.
DARPA envisioned TIA as a massive counterterrorism database that would use advanced methods for collecting data and processing and analysis. The ultimate goal was to preempt terrorist attacks. Poindexter, was one of the head of the program, declared in a speech that TIA is about creating technologies that would permit us to have both security and privacy. More than just make sure that different databases could talk to each other, we need better ways to extract information from those unified databases and to ensure the private information of innocent citizens is protected. Right. So the problem with this one is they're like, no, this is personal information that you're getting a hold of.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's not. And it kind of fell apart. But a program that sounds curiously familiar, the NSA, came about afterwards, basically in its place.
Yep.
The program is still alive, and it's been quietly moved from DARPA to another group, which built technologies primarily for the NSA. So this program, TIA, was just kind of looking just like the NSA and look into things and become very spying on us.
Those people.
But TIA may never have come to fruition, but it did lead to one successful project. The creators of the science fiction show Person of Interest say that TIA was their inspiration for the artificially intelligent machine. You never watched Person of Interest?
Mm-mm.
No? It's kind of cool at first, and then I never followed it through.
Oh.
The guy from Frequency, he's on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's where that show came from, where they could predict things and they'd go and intervene.
Minority Report?
That's what I kind of got more from it than that Person of Interest.
Yeah, that sounds like a Minority Report.
That's what I thought too. Anyway,
that was a book that was written back like in the 70s, though. Did you know that?
I think that's why I think DARPA has
think.
worked on a ton of that, of like predicting events before they happen. So interesting.
Yeah, very.
Here's a few others real quick. The Flying Humvee.
Ooh.
2010, DARPA unveiled a new concept for troop transport, the Transformer.
Oh my gosh.
Otherwise known as vertical takeoff and landing roadable air vehicle.
Wow.
Was envisioned as a flying Humvee capable of carrying up to 4 soldiers.
They called it Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Yeah. According to DARPA's initial solicitation announcement, the Transformer provides unprecedented options to avoid traditional and asymmetrical threats while avoiding road obstructions.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Transportation is no longer restricted to trafficable areas that tends to make movement
That's
predictable.
probably why they didn't do it. They're like, we're going to have so many Back to the Future jokes. It's not worth it.
No.
Never
The
mind.
vehicle can avoid improvised explosive devices and ambushes, while also allowing the warfighter to approach targets from directions that give our warfighters the advantage in mobile ground operations.
It means they can fly in on them.
Yeah, basically. It's difficult to imagine a military problem that the Transformer actually solves. DARPA initially envisioned it as an answer to the homemade bombs that disable ground vehicles. Just glide above the ground to avoid the bombs. Boom.
Oh, so they're thinking like just like a hovercraft.
Kind of, yeah.
I see.
And it's a transport vehicle, which kind of makes some sense.
Sure.
It's just an easier, basically jet.
Yeah.
But assuming the U.S. is even involved in the land conflict after Afghanistan to make the problem salient, why wouldn't insurgents plant those bombs to lure the Transformers into the air and then hit it with a rocket-propelled grenade or anti-tank missile?
Sure.
After all, the only thing has to stop. The thing only has to stop small arms fire. So, anyways,
yeah,
they
what
just
about
were like
the Allspark,
right, or that, or Bumblebee,
yeah,
or yeah. Anyways,
okay.
In 2013, DARPA changed the direction of the program so it became the Aerial Reconfigurable Embedded System, ARES.
Oh, geez.
It's conceived as an unpiloted payload system that with detachable modules designed for specific missions.
Okay.
So, screw carrying people. We're just going to have it carry other things.
Okay.
Another thing that they developed was the Hydra.
Ooh.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Named from the multi-headed creature of the Greek mythology, DARPA's Hydra project, announced in 2013, aims to develop an undersea network of platforms that could be deployed for weeks and months in international waters.
Platforms?
Yeah.
What?
The submerged platform. What I think here is like, what's the Abyss? You know the Abyss? That's like a big, huge, platform with all those little connecting.
Yeah, I think so.
That's basically a Hydra. It's basically like a mothership.
Oh, okay.
The rationale would be that they could basically have little subs and different things come from that. So you got an underwater base.
And then you
basically
go to
China probably has this thing.
Oh, I guarantee they have it.
Yeah.
So they have a whole country probably underwater we don't even know about.
I think they do.
Yeah.
I think there's China underneath China.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was in development and kind of never came about, but they still think it's being worked on.
That's kind of cool.
Kind
I
of
like
a cool
that
thing.
one.
Yeah, basically it's like a forward base that's underwater near threats. SCI was kind of it's like a Skynet type of thing.
Ooh.
Between 83 and 93, DARPA spent $1 billion on a computer research.
Oh my gosh, 1 billion?
Yeah, to achieve machine intelligence that could support humans in the battlefield, or in some cases act autonomously.
Yeah,
the project
no thank you.
was called the Strategic Computing Initiative. Basically, this was like a thing that could calculate all the battle outcomes and basically tell them how and where and
How to fight.
which is kind of creepy.
Oh, it's super creepy, yeah.
So, another project they worked on was a synthetic polio virus.
Why on what?
In the late 90s, concerns over biological weapons promoted DARPA to establish the Unconventional Pathogen Countermeasures Program.
Oh my gosh.
In order to develop and demonstrate defensive technologies which afford the greatest protection to uniformed warfighters and the defense personnel who support them during the U.S. military operations. DARPA failed to inform anyone that one of its unconventional projects was $300,000 to fund a trio of scientists who thought it would be neat to synthesize polio.
What? Why?
I don't know. And then in 2002, the scientists published their research basically on how-to guide in the Journal of Science.
Oh my gosh.
A professor of molecular genetics and a leader of the project defended the research, saying that he and his team had made the virus to send a warning that terrorists might be able to make biological weapons without obtaining a natural virus.
Oh my gosh.
Cue COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Isn't that creepy?
It's super creepy. I don't like it.
So, yeah, they developed a synthetic polio virus just for countermeasure purposes.
Wow.
And published it.
That's a great way to go
So,
about
anyways, I don't know. Maybe that's where we got COVID-19.
It could be.
And the last one, I think you might mention a little more on this one.
Yeah, so
The
again, this
handheld
one,
fusion reactor.
it's hard for me to tell if it's still in development.
That's the thing. This one's super confusing.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
And kind of concerning.
Yep.
This one is a bit of a mystery. A $3 million project that appeared in DARPA's fiscal year of 2009, never to be heard about again. They don't know what ever came of it. What is known is that DARPA believed it was possible to construct a fusion reactor the size of a microchip.
Oh my gosh. I really hope they figured that out. That
I
would be
do, too.
amazing.
It would be. So maybe it's done and it's in the new Apple iPhone 15 that's coming out.
Think about how long your drone would fly.
Oh my
With a
gosh.
fusion reactor
Yeah,
on it.
that's the thing is like maybe they do have it.
Yeah.
Because remember we talked about that drone that just like flew in and up and like
The
up
Tic Tac
into,
and all that stuff.
15,000 feet, never even showed signs of battery drainage.
Probably that.
Maybe it's a freaking fusion battery.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of current/upcoming projects that they have going on, and I'm just going to go through them really quickly. And again, some of these may be not actually happening. Some of them may be happening. It's so hard to know, right? So how about an implantable COVID detecting microchip?
It's already being put in when you get swabbed, that thing.
You can actually detect the presence of the virus in your bloodstream. So they're going to put it in there, and it just go beep, 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 beep. You got the COVID, apparently.
I'm sure people will go for that.
Oh, yeah. 100% a lot of people will.
Yeah.
They would, absolutely. How about the DARPA Neurotech hand with natural sensation? Natural feeling sensations to the user by direct connection to the brain.
Wow.
So people lose their hand. They hook this up, direct connection to the
What
brain.
if you don't lose your hand?
Or
If you
got
want a third hand?
3 hands.
I could tickle myself.
Never mind. There's a lot of ways to go with that, and I'm not doing it. DARPA.
Did you lose a hand? No, I just want a third hand.
I'm up to 5. You know what I mean?
That's right.
My wife asked me to give her a hand. I got a bunch left. Got some extras.
Tickle my back. Okay.
Okay.
Put that hand on there.
DARPA wants robots to behave more like 3PO.
Yeah, I'd like
this
that.
They want to set guidelines for how to design next generation AI machines that they're able to help and interact effectively with humans. So they're looking for this sort of software AI that helps them like really.
Because humans are worthless.
They are, yeah.
So we have to build droids
yeah. This one, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. An artificially intelligent computer that can create jazz music. They're funding that, or they have funded it, or it is being funded. I don't know.
It's just one guy in there recording music. How's it going? You need more money?
I am doing good with the jazz music. He's in there pretending like he's a robot. Please write check to my name. Make check out to cash. Thank you,
Some
DARPA.
Russian behind it. It's like, oh, these guys are so stupid.
These idiots. Jazz is so easy. They want U.S. pilots to command DARPA drone armies, so they got some sort of a program that they're making a drone
Which we
army.
have to, because I think
You have to.
China's doing the same.
Yep. How about the cortical modem?
What's
A
that?
direct neural interface that will allow for the visual display of information without the use of glasses or goggles.
Wow.
Right to your eyeballs. Somehow.
That'll make driving safer.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to watch Saved by the Bell right now. You know?
Sports scores just going across. I can't see.
Stock tickers. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind the stock ticker.
Yeah, just right all the time. Targeted neuroplasticity training for downloading skills.
Oh, that would be so
Yeah.
nice.
Is it possible to learn cognitive skills faster?
Talk skill. Been downloading it all day.
I'm downloading level 5 sex skills right now, baby. Tonight's going down.
Upload complete.
Download complete.
I'm uploading my skills.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this one up there.
There's
See
just
what's
like a
down-
workshop. Like, well, there's-
Military implants to boost memory.
that would be nice.
Yeah, right into your brain. Remember stuff
great.
better. How about DARPA seeks science fiction
Need to
materials?
remember that. I'm just going to put the chip in.
Let me put that one on a hard drive. Put it on the old hard drive.
Spinning
I
up.
should have got the solid state.
Got the 5,200 RPM.
Yeah.
It's too slow.
That's just low.
Hold on, honey. It's coming down.
Materials with controlled microstructural architecture program is seeking ways to control and engineer materials at a fundamental level.
What does that mean?
Things, I don't know. It's like this material
It means things.
that they can like control how it goes together, and I don't know.
Okay.
DARPA's trying to figure it out. How am I
Do you
supposed
remember
to know?
on Batman when he like shocks that material? It's all
Yeah.
like his cape's
Kinda like
made
that.
out of that.
That's
I'm
kinda-
like, that would be sweet.
Yeah. How about developing deployable unmanned distributed
I think
systems?
DARPA is Wayne Industries.
I know. Ooh.
I bet it is.
Developing deployable, unmanned, distributed systems that lie on the deep ocean floor in special containers for years at a time. So that might be kind of that thing you were talking about, the mothership, whatnot.
Deployable unmanned. Yeah. The
You know?
Hydra.
Yeah, Hydra.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
How about exacto bullets that change course in midair?
That's creepy.
Ooh, intended to greatly improve rifle accuracy and range by using what amounts to a guided bullet.
That's freaky. That's another. Man, a couple movies have that.
Do they?
Do you remember The Fifth Element?
I do.
He's like, and it
oh,
shoots
yeah.
behind him.
That's right. Yeah.
That's creepy.
That is creepy.
They've got to have those already.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Remote control of brain activity. A prototype device that does not require surgery has been created that allows for remote control of brain activity.
That's done.
Yeah.
It's called marriage.
There's a lot of places to go there. I'll let it go. How about
Put a ring on, remote control.
Yeah.
Speaking of, where's my ring?
a realization all of a sudden I don't have my ring on? The air hopper. Sounds great. It's a robot
Air hog,
grasshopper.
air hopper.
It's a robot grasshopper.
Well, okay.
The intent is to create a robot that is able to handle difficult, uneven terrain with some measure of robotic aplomb. So a robot grasshopper.
I think I saw a couple of things on this, like helicopters that can land with that like technology, so
Yeah.
it can
Sure.
never uneven.
This-
I put it on my camper trailer.
Yeah, for sure. This one is great. They have a program where they're trying to see if it's possible to reconstitute shredded documents.
Never make a mistake again.
There's probably some person in the office that's like, shit, I shouldn't have shredded those. I want to be in so much trouble, but what if?
What if DARPA's taking any applications?
Yes. Someone in the DARPA offices probably, and then you just slip
That
it
would
in.
be sweet. You imagine just taking all
Yeah.
this crap, putting it in, and it just puts a paper back together.
Yeah. Great.
That'd be awesome.
How about DARPA's biometrics at a glance? It knows you by your heartbeat. Demonstrate the ability to collect, localize, and evaluate physiological signals like heart rate and stuff at distances greater than 10 meters. That'd
I'll
be great
honest,
for you.
I
You could be
gotta-
like,
Yeah.
don't
I'll
even
be
get close
honest,
to
when
people.
they walk in, I can already
You can
determine.
diabetes.
It's panting. Heart rate's probably 200.
Yeah, you got
Blood
chlamydia,
pressure,
buddy.
160.
Yeah. Farmed blood.
Dude, that's crazy.
Mass-produced synthetic blood for transfusions.
I always wondered about that. I think I've seen some things on them.
That scares me.
So DARPA's behind that, huh?
Yeah. Cyborg insect
No
comm
more
system.
Red Cross. No blood drives.
Orange juice. That whole business is
Put
going
a lot
down.
of people.
Cyborg insect comm system.
It's going to knock a lot of phone calls off, I'll tell you that
Sure
much.
will, yeah. Fracture putty for compound fractures. It could rapidly restore a patient to ambulatory function while normal healing ensues.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
With dramatically reduced rehabilitation
That's another
time.
thing I'd thought about. It's like, why don't they just open you up, put a piece of PVC around the bone,
Yeah.
send you back on your way?
Exactly. I don't know.
Fracture putty.
This one is cool. Harvesting power from flying insects. The first successful mechanical energy scavenging from flying insects.
Wow.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Just to have a whole silo full of them, you're just like, yeah, my whole house is charged by all these locusts.
I could play PlayStation all night. Not even hard. Self-folding origami. These machines use cutting-edge mathematical theorems to fold themselves into virtually any three-dimensional object.
We got a 3D printer. What's the point?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pretty cool, though.
Handheld fusion reactors. That's what Cam was talking about. The thermal isolation
I'm all for that one.
techniques will enable high-efficiency beam to power converters, perhaps making chip-scale self-sufficient fusion possible. There's a whole bunch of mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Silent talk telepathy for soldiers. Allow user-to-user communication on the battlefield without the use of vocalized speech through analysis of neural signals.
Wow.
I'm not a mind reader, Hal. Yeah, you are.
So
You
when
gotta-
they like kick a door in, it's like, frag out.
You don't even have to whisper it because it's just
Yeah,
going.
that's what I mean. It's
Yeah. What does it sound like?
Yeah, like that.
Eater. I think we've talked about this before. The project to develop a robotic platform able to perform long missions while refueling itself by
That's
foraging.
so crazy.
Yeah. So it eats any sort of biomass, like anything.
Just like a path through trees and like everything. Well, I know where it went.
Yeah.
Ate its way right through everything.
Yep. Aqua Sciences water from atmospheric moisture. The program focused on creating water from the atmosphere using low energy systems.
That's genius.
That's super cool. And the last one I got is the DARPA Vulture. It's intended to fly for periods of up to 5 years unattended at 65,000 feet.
Wow.
5 years. 4 months.
That's what I was thinking. Up to 4
Up to
months.
5 years. Look at the PowerPoint.
Man.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
crazy.
That's DARPA.
That's like a. Here's another movie.
What?
What's the one with when they go to space and the cornfields at the beginning?
Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Oh, yeah, the
Remember
drone that flies
was
forever,
flying
yeah.
and flying and flying.
That's right.
Cooked its brain.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I want to tell you about Off the Grid Surplus.
Dude,
Have you ever heard of them?
I love them.
They got good stuff.
They do have.
They have actually, I take that back. They have great stuff. They have great stuff.
I'm waiting for them to make business cash pants.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
have tactical pockets.
That would be great.
Hey, Off the Grid makes some business cash pants.
Yeah. I think their hideout denim is still on sale. I think you can get them around $54 and then another 15%
They have
off with our
sales all the
code.
time.
Dude.
But they do all the time because
They do.
we have a code.
Yes, yeah. Use our code Casual Preppers. You get 15% off. They've got fantastic shirts. They've got fantastic hats. They've got fantastic pants.
Yeah.
They got lady pants even.
Oh, I love lady pants.
I love lady pants too. And so you
I
got to
don't
go
wear
get
lady
some.
pants. I just like the look of lady
You
pants.
liar. You wore lady underpants.
Yeah.
I need
DARPA approved.
I need your underpants to sew into my underpants. Do you remember that? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so go to Off the Grid Surplus. They don't got lady underpants, but they got everything else you need. Use our code Casual Preppers, and you're gonna get cool stuff for the cool guys around town.
Tactical undies.
Tactical. We have some reviews real quick. How
A lot
about
of reviews?
Tac Pack? Let's start with the old Tac Pack, Cameron.
The beginning.
The beginning of it all. There's no thing in there, so we're just gonna have to talk about the things as they come out.
All right, I'll
Okay.
let you do
You
it.
want me to do it? Gosh, damn. How about the A-Zoom snap caps? These are training dry fire bullets.
Yep.
Okay.
Stick him in with your regular rounds.
Yep.
Ching, ching, ching.
You
See
never
how
know.
much.
Then we got the Kershaw fraction. Really cool little EDC knife, actually. I like it.
I do too.
Hard to beat a Kershaw.
Hey,
You know?
hey.
Here, I'll throw this at you, too. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got some carbon fiber on the outside.
Yeah.
It's lightweight, and it has a metal blade inside it.
Look
It's
at
a
this.
knife.
It's a knife. We got the AR-15 tactical cleaning kit.
That's nice.
It's tactical. It's cleaning. AR-15. Lots of words.
You want to keep them running.
Yeah. Then we got the fire cord, paracord. It's got the fire stuff in it.
Fire cord.
Yeah. That's cool.
That is pretty
Well,
cool.
how about this one? I'm actually kind of
Just burn
excited
the
for
whole
this.
thing. Just throw the whole thing in there.
Bite my wood. Cinnamon toothpicks. Cinnamon
Oh,
toothpicks.
really? That's
yeah.
sweet.
We're gonna have to split those.
Now you can just walk around like a bad A with a
Yeah.
toothpick in your
And we
mouth.
got a picture of a witch with big boobies on a gun on a sticker.
Wow.
Yeah. Tag back.
That's provocative.
Use our code casual preppers.
That's
Tag back.
sexist.
That's sexist. And then we have Crate Club.
It's a big old box.
Yeah, and this one has a thing on her inner. On her inners. Inner honors. Can you find it for me? All right, Crate Club.
Yeah, we got.
The first thing is the cat tongue non-slip grip strip.
Actually, this stuff's pretty sweet.
What do you do with it?
It's like a little rubber wrap, and it's got kind of a grid on it. So
What do you do with
can't
it?
slip off from it. You can put it on like an axe handle
Oh, okay.
or a kitchen knife.
Your
Don't wanna
fork.
slip. You want a cat strip? You want a cat tongue
Yeah.
grip strip all your forks?
Putting on my chopsticks.
I ain't dropping nothing.
Hell
Every
no.
food matters.
My phone is wrapped in it. How about the knife maintenance kit by KPL? Knife pivot loop.
Where's that one at? Oh yeah.
It's good for your knives. Keeps them all lubed up.
Yeah, there it is.
Inject them direct into your joints.
Yeah, we want to put it in our joint.
Then we got the Gray Man Tactical Vehicle Headrest Organizer. These are cool. I got one in my truck. I just haven't put anything
I have a
on it
bigger
yet. Mm-hmm.
Gray Man Tactical. Stuff freaking feels bulletproof.
Yeah, it does.
Pretty good.
Then we got the Bushnell Trophy.
Strap your phone right behind your head.
Hello, DARPA. It's me. Bushnell Trophy TRS 25 red dot sight.
This, doesn't that sound amazing?
Cam's gonna put it directly on his face.
I'm going to tape it to my eyeball.
Yeah.
Little red dot, everything.
That's cool.
Where do I put this needle? Oh, red dot.
Then we got the Magpul Explorer eyewear.
Magpul.
Magcool. Tell you.
Yeah, these are pretty cool.
Yes. So great glasses.
Container's great.
For
Maybe
the
you
sun.
can store some stuff in them.
Yeah, you could probably put some things in there. Maybe your toothpicks. Stick them in there.
It's just the whole thing of toothpicks. I'm going to put these glasses on right
This
now.
is my toothpick case.
If you can see me on a YouTube
Keep those
channel.
on. Keep those on. Those look great. Keep them on. Keep them on.
I can't see anything.
You look like you're blind. That's really. You start doing this. Start singing. You really
This
do.
podcast brought to you by
Stevie Wonder. The LED Lenser P6R Core QC. It's a light.
flashlight.
The
to be
flash styles.
specific. This thing, boom.
Yeah, and it has like different colors.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Ow.
All it does is twist,
Mm-hmm.
twist in color.
Twist and shout, baby.
Twist in color. You got white, you got red, you got green, you got blue.
That's
and
pretty
then
cool.
the battery, it's got a big rechargeable battery
Mhm.
that also has a container that it sits in, and you just plug a USB-C. No, it's a micro C. Micro USB.
Micro USB.
The worst of all the connectors.
Yes.
But
It-
still, it still works.
great, yeah. And then we have the My Medic, My Fac First Aid Kit.
Oh, we're saying my fact now.
Oh, now we're saying it. It's pretty cool, little med kit.
Yeah, it is
It's got a
really
bunch
cool.
of stuff in it. 100 quality first aid and trauma supplies.
100?
100.
Wow.
100.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
99 Band-Aids.
Really well. I'm going to break this iPad before I'm done. Look at all
99
that.
Band-Aids and one piece of tape.
Yeah.
No, actually, My Medic
And a
kit's
packet of Neosporin.
Yeah, no, that's expired. But then My Medic stuff is actually pretty good. They have nice quality
Yeah.
gear.
Those
Quality.
are always funny. The little aspirin packets are like saturated
I know.
in Vaseline. You're like, what's this?
Already lubed. Girls don't even need water to drink
Push
them.
it in your butt.
Yeah. Then we have the Essie Azula knife. And then you have the micarta scales that come with it and the custom leather Scout carry sheath.
Look at that right there.
Boom, yeah. And then we also got, I don't know if we
Azula.
talked about this, we got the off-grid backpack. It's pretty dang cool. It's a really cool Faraday type backpack, but this one is actually pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, so I have the big dry bag version. It's massive.
That's from a different company.
Oh, that's right. I thought you said they were the same company. That's right. It isn't. But yeah, anyway, it is also like a EMP proof.
Yeah.
But I think this one is way more
It's more
organized.
functional as a backpack.
Exactly.
So it has 4 different
That's
spots.
sweet. It has a little eyeglass.
Yeah. 4 different spots to put
Protect
your
your
devices.
glasses in there.
Has one for your key fob, has one for your laptop, has one for your tablet, and then it also has one for your phone.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So
cool.
we've had those little sleeves, and you just throw them in your backpack. These are built in.
They're built in, yeah.
And the backpack is really gray, man,
yeah, it doesn't
Not all
look
flashy.
Yeah, exactly. So
Beautiful,
that's the
beautiful.
off-grid backpack. Go check them out. It's pretty
beautiful,
cool.
beautiful backpack.
Last thing, we got a bunch of stuff from Nutrient Survival. They sent us a bunch of food. We're gonna try some out this week.
We're going to eat them all right now.
I'm gonna try and go make some of those eggs.
We
see
got
how they are.
maple almond grain crunch. We got hearty apple cinnamon oatmeal.
That's for you.
We got-
Hardy apple.
Yeah, it's got my name on it. Triple cheese mac, homestyle scramble, Southwest medley.
Yeah. Then we got powdered eggs and powdered milk.
Hearty lasagna. That one's mine too.
Yeah.
And then powdered vitamin milk. Ooh, vitamin milk.
Yeah.
Vitamin egg blend. That's pretty sweet.
It's awesome, huh? So we're gonna check them out. So go check out Nutrient Survival. Thanks, guys. That's the episode
You
today.
want to do the other things?
Yeah. What is it? Oh yeah. We got some more stuff.
So, Blackfire.
Blackfire.
When did we get this stuff?
Last week, probably.
Anyways, this is super high quality, like flashlights. We got a little speaker with magnetic strap.
Oh,
If you want to jam out.
Yeah.
Is it waterproof?
Probably.
Compatible with iPhone and Android. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is waterproof, splash proof, I guess I should say. Little flashlight here, rechargeable flashlight with lantern. This is all from Blackfire. You got a spring assisted open pocket knife. Actually, that's a big knife.
It is. Yeah. It's nice.
Blackfire.
So we'll probably do some videos on all this stuff at some point. So keep watching.
Yeah, and then we've got a smaller rechargeable pocket flashlight, waterproof.
Cool.
All these charged by USB-C, which is now the standard of all
It
USB
is.
charging, which is sweet.
You're right.
Anyways,
That's
yeah,
it.
check them out.
Blackfire.
Freaking cool stuff.
Blackfire.
Black and orange.
Thanks,
That's
guys. Appreciate it. Go check out our sponsors. Thank you so much for subscribing and follow us on all the platforms that we're at: IG, Facebook, YouTube,
Ig.
TikTok, Twitter, all the places.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah. Do it.
Stay survived.